Second Amendment. I often hear people bashing the Second Amendment, and and I've even heard people say like, "Oh, well, the government has atomic weapons and all this kind of stuff." Well, let me raise a couple points here. Unfortunately, I can't find my photos of the IRA members. And I don't have pictures of Revolutionary War figures around. But when the Second Amendment was written, and I've read it, and that comma there about a well-regulated militia, yeah, that doesn't mean only for well-regulated militias. The right to keep and bear arms. When that was written, that meant that any citizen could own the most technologically advanced piece of weaponry that had ever been seen upon the face of this earth. Now, an armed populace, only 10% need rifles. But an armed populace is one that a government must fear. Now, crimes are committed by people with illegal weapons because every modern weapon, unless you're firing a musket with a lead ball, has ballistics on it. And there's always going to be the nut jobs, the crazies. Gun-free zones get people killed because then you can walk into a place and start shooting it up and nobody has a weapon on them to take that person down. When people talk about rebelling against the state, these are the Cristeros. For 3 years, the Mexican government kicked in the doors of Catholic churches during Mass and massacred every man, woman, and child. And for 3 years, the Cristero warriors caused so much havoc that the government had to stop its persecution of all religious people. For Ireland to get its independence, for the lower 26 counties, did it need to fight this, European style battle? No, guerrilla warfare. And they were able to establish their republic that they have today. Did the colonists? No. They needed to sap the political will for those forces to remain on the continent. The Iraqis, did they need overwhelming numbers? And the repercussions of dropping an atomic weapon. I mean, if we weren't going to drop an atomic weapon during Vietnam, during the Iraq War, during Afghanistan, the idea of a government nuking its own people, then you'd really need weapons. Then you'd really need the right to bear arms. But think about it, Vietnam, AK-47s and a few claymores and a few grenades, and the willingness of a population to fight, to harass. I mean, the United States and I believe Australia was in Vietnam, and a few other countries lost a lot of people, but the Vietnamese lost something like 20 times for every United States soldier that was killed. 20 of their people were killed. Right. So, the right to bear arms, the people don't need to win a pitched battle against the government. They only need to make the government pay and cause the government to be ungovernable. to make those officials feel unsafe in their homes and take away their ability to govern. And there you have revolution. Legal gun ownership is meant to frighten the government. That's the first and foremost. And second, it's to stop the bad guy. Somebody breaks into your house. That guy, anybody who obtains a weapon legally and then goes out and kills somebody is already committing a crime. Now, if somebody's armed